For the love of wrestling, could you guess who I was right there? That's right, God.
No.
I am, of course, your Omega Saint, Firestar Heart. I am the MVP of this show, of course. Why? Because it's my channel. That's right. But not just because that. Anyways, welcome to episode 13 of the Deadly Saints podcast. That's right. And you may be wondering, gee, Firestar, why are these episodes so late? What's going on here? What's going on? Why is there a big fucking light shining in your face? Well, it's a bunch of setup. In fact, I got an update on those customs for you. So allow me to take a sip of my coffee because it keeps me awake. I have roughly 700 left to scroll through as part of the initial setup and whatever else I might want to download. I might download later. Anyway, hello to you, whoever joined in. So, of course, you guys know the drill. What do we got to do? Got to plug shit. So, if you are new to the channel, leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you want to follow the live game streams once I return to Twitch after I get everything set up, you can go to twitch.tv/firestarheart. Give it a follow over there. Once your boy gets to 100 followers, 24-hour live stream will be scheduled. So whatever day that comes up, it will happen. Be patient on that matter. If you would like to support me, you can go to patreon.com/firestarheartcrw. You can hit paypal.me/firestarheart. Or you can get some merchandise at teespring.com/store/firestar-heart. All those links are in the description below, of course, because, well, that's what a description box is for, isn't it? And there will be hoodies as soon as I'm able to figure out what the hell the update with Teespring is, so I can get that out for you guys so you can stay warm with some official Firestar Heart hoodies come winter time. So, with that out of the way, and, of course, follow me on social media and all that good stuff. Twitter, Firestar Heart. Facebook, Firestar Heart CRW Universe. And if you want to be my friend, you can hit up Firestar Heart. I still got room. And I am friends with Tippendale on Facebook. So, shout out to that much bigger guy. It gives me hope. Also, I want to give a couple quick plug-ins to my buddy Chris Games a Lot. Told him I'd plug him if he couldn't come in the episode. And, well, he's a pretty good guy. He's an alright guy. So go show him some love. Tell him Firestar sent you after this is over. Also, want to give a quick shout out to the Facebook group For the Love of Wrestling. They also have a YouTube channel, For the Love of Wrestling. I believe that is on my featured list, so you can go check that out. But why are we here? Why does this light continue to shine in my face? Well, all those questions may or may not be answered, but we have to dissect every good and bad thing that happened last week while we get ready for Raw's airtime in just a couple of hours. So, without further ado, let's get right down to it. So, if you guys did not catch my live review of my live reaction / review rather of Evolution, then, well, you guys may not know exactly how I felt about it. It was an okay show. If you want to know the results to that, be sure to check that out if you haven't. And if you have already, well then, awesome. With that out of the way, with the fact that we know that we have done that, we can go right into Raw from the next night. Baron Corbin, Brock Lesnar, Paul Heyman, and Braun Strowman all kicked off Raw. Well, this segment was, we're getting Brock Lesnar looking stronger than Braun Strowman, so we'll get to that later on as well. There is some definite suspicious things going on there. Finn Balor defeating Bobby Lashley, and then Lashley assaulting Finn Balor afterwards. So it looks like we got something going on there. Maybe. It might have something. Bobby Lashley's heel persona is quite all right. Though I will say the Leo Rush constant Lashley into the mic, it gets annoying. So maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know. I really want to just punch him in the face because that really wears on the nerves. Then we got Lita, Trish Stratus, Natalya Bailey, and Sasha Banks taking on the Riot Squad. Alicia Fox and Mickie James. And the good guys won. Natalya and her team won. And then Lita and Trish rode off into the sunset again for a while anyway, until next time we see them. A little bit of a competitive segment backstage between Natalya and Ember Moon. Not Natalya, but Nia Jax and Ember Moon. Elias. This was a great performance from Elias. He is natural as a babyface already. And let me tell you why. Not only did he go right after Baron Corbin on that diss, but he also got Dana Brooke royally. That is a definite good thing about Raw last week. That was awesome. Then Elias went on to defeat Jinder Mahal, who had attacked him backstage. Elias went over with the drift away. So that's good. Elias is off to a pretty good start. We get a Kurt Angle weird faraway promo about Crown Jewel. Yeah, I know. That's rather sensitive, isn't it? Sensitive. No, don't worry. We're going to get to that. Bobby Roode and Chad Gable versus The Ascension versus the Authors of Pain. That happened. And AOP dominated. Why wouldn't they? Then Seth Rollins called Dean Ambrose out. Ambrose actually got a mixed reaction. It was matched pretty well with boos, but there was a slight cheer or two in there. Rollins then managed to get the crowd completely on his side, and so that was pretty good. That's going to be the best thing about Raw right now. Nia Jax then went on to defeat Ember Moon, then had to stare down with Tamina afterwards. So we're going to get that feud. Kalisto and Lindsay Dorado. I almost called him a dense. Hell, WWE are a bunch of denses when it comes to booking half their things nowadays. Anyway, they defeated the Revival. This is what happens to the Revival. I'm rather disappointed in that, to say the least. Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre managed to knock off Apollo Crews. Then Ziggler cut a promo. They aired the promo they cut before the match. Ziggler ended up reversing a moonsault from Apollo Crews to pick up the win. And then the Brothers and DX closed out the show with Shawn ambushing Undertaker with Sweet Chin Music. So we go from a really good Raw to a average, maybe even towards bad Raw. It was nothing to write home about. Trust me on that, folks. And then SmackDown Live, we get the opening between AJ and Daniel Bryan, and Shane goes ahead and pops that match for the opener. So, okay, here's my question. We could have just went with them fighting for an hour. We could have just gotten AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan. I would have been happy with this show. But Styles wins after a highly competitive match by making Daniel Bryan tap out to the calf crusher, and then Samoa Joe brutally attacks both men after the match, firmly cementing himself into last Friday's festivities. That was all an upside from SmackDown Live. New Day dressed up as a Brood, and I laughed. I'm pretty sure you all laughed. It was good. It was all right, and it was what it was. Big E actually got the win in that match, so congrats to them on that. Shane McMahon summoned the SmackDown superstars together for a little Crown Jewel World Cup segment, saying, hey, look, you get to the finals, good for you, but if you don't win, you're fired. Ooh. Then AJ Styles had a little segment saying he wanted some Mojo at, you know, Crown Jewel in the location that shall not be named. Then Shinsuke Nakamura defeated R-Truth. Then we go on to the NXT UK. Now, I will be going over 2 episodes for 1 in this one because from what I understand, there seems to have been a back-to-back thing. So, cool, I guess. Trent Seven defeated Saxon Huxley. Flash Morgan Webster defeated Joe Coffey. Danny Burch defeated Sam Gradwell. Then Zach Gibson defeated Noam Dar in a very good match. NXT UK is really looking awesome right now. I was really intrigued by that match with Zach Gibson and Noam Dar. That was very incredible. Definitely one of the highlights and takeaways from last week in WWE programming. We go to Mustache Mountain on episode 4, by the way. Defeating Sam Gradwell and Saxon Huxley in a match. Then Isla Dawn defeated Nina Samuels. Okay. Jordan Devlin defeating Tucker. Travis Banks and let's see. Something with Travis Banks. And Mark Andrews defeating Wolfgang. The Coffees returned to attack Andrews, and Flash Morgan Webster ran out. But he got beat down as well. Wolfgang looked like he was going to make the save, but then ended up joining Mark and Joe. So we got a heel turn from Wolfgang. NXT UK, 4 episodes in, and we're already pumping out some stories to go into 2019, or at least finish out this year, or so it seems. It's off to a very, very good start. I'm liking NXT UK, as I'm sure a lot of you guys are. Wednesday is definitely the night for wrestling, or even the afternoon, because, well, that's what time NXT UK airs now, doesn't it? So, we go from there to 205 Live. Brian Kendrick versus Jack Gallagher. And, let's see. Brian actually got the win. So, good job there. Kendrick as the face, building up to this feud. You know, all right. Let's see where it goes from there. A lot of good stuff. Now, if you noticed, I'm actually able to quick shot through these because there's going to be an in-depth discussion about what happened on Friday and a little bit of news headlines that followed up. So the shades are going to come on for a second there. Look at me, you can see my reflection. Ain't that cool? All right, so our next thing, we got the backstage segment. Cedric Alexander wants another shot, but Drake Maverick ain't going to give it to him. No way, no how. Not until he earns it. So, there you go. Then a Grand Metalik promo happened. This happened. Grand Metalik actually ended up beating some rando dude who came out. And so, Grand Metalik he got to squash somebody this week. All right. TJP attacks in the aftermath and yanks the mask off before leaving through the crowd. Okay. So TJP has this mask collector gimmick going, and I believe he might be joined up with Mike Kanellis and Maria Kanellis. So we'll get to see where that goes. Buddy Murphy has an interview afterwards. Pretty good, pretty strong. And then we go to our main event, Mustafa Ali versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship #1 contender slot. And Mustafa Ali got a major win and what was another great match. Those two really brought it. And you know what? That was awesome. Buddy Murphy made his way down to the ramp and actually stared down at his opponent. So that's going to be good. there looked like there was a tease there. There looked like there was a tease there. And let me talk to you for a minute. See, right here. See me? All right. Let me talk to you for a minute. Cedric Alexander looked like he was about to turn. Looked like he was about to turn. I saw the way he freaking jerked up Mustafa Ali. That looked close. That looked close, folks. That looked close. So, you guys think Cedric Alexander might turn heel in the future? Leave those comments down below. And I will be doing a comment check here in a minute. Also, if we can get the video to at least 5 likes, that would be awesome. So be sure to like it up as you're going in there. All right. So we head on over to NXT from there. And by the way, last Wednesday was Halloween, folks. So I hope you guys had a great Halloween. Nikki Cross defeated Mercedes Martinez in the opening match. It was nice of them to have that little set, and Martinez looked very, very strong heading out the gate in this match. Nikki Cross actually was made to look like the underdog, and it got to the point where I was trying to root for Nikki, you know, getting the win. I was enjoying the back and forth action, but they got that dynamic in. Well, Nikki was getting beat up so bad that I said, come on, Nikki. And Nikki managed to win. So that was good there. And then Nikki did her little kooky girl thing. And Mercedes Martinez kind of went, all right. And, you know, slowly backed away. That was all right. And then Street Profits defeating the Mighty by a frog splash from Ford to Thorne. And that was another good tag team match. Street Profits finally getting their stuff back. Matt Riddle then went on to defeat Luke Menzies via the Bro Mission. Once again, a good, solid debut for Matt Riddle. Very solid wrestling there. Now, then on to the next tag match. Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch defeating Raul Mendoza and Humberto Carrillo in another good little tag team match. I'm surprised with how good Raul and Humberto looked. So maybe they'll get to stick together and kind of, you know, help shape up the tag team division as it goes into the future there. I think they might have fallen onto something. They looked all right. So after all that, we were going to have a main event. But before all that, throughout the night, of course, was the Aleister Black and Johnny Gargano thing ongoing. Johnny Gargano was not in the building. Aleister Black then not only told his wife, but later told William Regal that Gargano is going to fade to black when he sees him again. Well, that's going to happen at War Games. They will have their match at War Games. We have 3 matches currently confirmed, including after the whole brawl between the Undisputed Era, the War Raiders, Ricochet, and Pete Dunne. We got the confirmation that Dave will meet inside of War Games, which, if you look at it this way, I believe all 4 members of the Undisputed Era were in War Games last year. I know for a fact Adam Cole and a couple of the other members were. But correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe all 4 of them are actually in it again. So, this is their 2nd straight year being part of the War Games match, which is very awesome. I like that. I like that they're being used for the War Games stuff. Wednesday night, definitely the high point for your wrestling overall. Plus, that AJ Styles and Daniel Bryan match was all right in and of itself. But now we're on Friday. And Friday happened. $12 noon. Live from the place we shall not mention. Crown Jewel happened. Now, I heard a fan of one of the other channels I watched. This man was actually responsible for getting me into podcasting in the first place. Del X Man somebody had actually said on his Twitter, hey, look, stop talking crap about my country. So I want to clarify this. It's not that anybody is talking shit about the country, but rather some of the people in it, like, I don't know, maybe people within the government, you know, kind of looks pretty bad when you kill off somebody, don't you think? So, yeah. You guys, the normal people, street people, whatever, there are fans all over the world. I get that. But you killed somebody. The government killed somebody. That's who the trash is going to. Fuck them for that. Fuck the government for that. Fuck the Saudi Arabian government for that. No fucking choice, especially in lieu of a fucking wrestling event coming to your goddamn area. Alright? It's bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Just like the get in and get the fuck out that happened. But you know what? I can't rage at I'm not going to rage at WWE. In fact, I find it hilarious how you guys got pulled. I'm mad. Yeah, believe you me, I'm mad about how we got jicked as American fans and as fans around the other parts of the world. How we all got jicked. Yeah, that irritated me. But what made me laugh was the knowledge of, all right, so the mission is this, guys. We're gonna just go in there, we're gonna get out, get the money, get the fuck back out. All right, let's do it. Yeah. So the matches were rather quick, rather short, rather sudden on the ending. So the show was very weird. This was a weird show, folks. So Shinsuke Nakamura kicked off during the pre-show. We got a kickoff match. Okay. Not even announced. Shinsuke Nakamura with a throwaway U.S. title defense against Rusev. Damn, I feel so bad for Rusev. Shinsuke wins after a head-butting low blow to the groin and a Kinshasa. And the look that Shinsuke Noxx gave after he told the ref nothing happened, and then he was like, yeah, something happened. And then he gives Kinshasa to Rusev. All right, Shinsuke Nakamura is an uber troll. That gets a thumbs up, even if the match was crass. Okay, then Hulk Hogan with the brother going strong at Crown Jewel. Wait, where's Crown Jewel at again? Oh, wait, that's right. We can't mention that. So, yeah. Shots fired. Then we get the World Cup Round 1. That's right. All the Round 1 matches, the 2 SmackDown matches, the 2 Raw matches. Rey Mysterio going over Orton and then Orton attacking Mysterio afterwards. This match happened in like 5.5 minutes. And plus the attack, I think they spent like maybe, anywhere from about 7 minutes out there total or more altogether. It happened rather quick. It was a get in, get out, and I'm guaranteeing you everybody that lost was probably going, okay, now get on, get ready to go. Then The Miz beating Jeff Hardy with a skull-crushing finale. Again, another sudden match, but that match went about 7.5 minutes or something like that. Then we get Raw side of things by Seth Rollins going over Bobby Lashley with a curb stomp from seemingly out of nowhere. He caught Lashley off guard with that one, and of course Lashley wasn't going to advance. He's still working with a shoulder injury. So again, very sudden, get in, get out. Lashley and Leo are gone. Funny thing, Leo Rush's Instagram live stream was rather silent of him eating over in town. So, yeah, it seemed rather quiet. I believe they were a little bit nervous about being there and just looking to get out of there as safe as they possibly could. So, let's give this a subtitle of Get In, Get Out. ... fast. So, we go to the World Cup round one, final round. Kurt Angle versus Dolph Ziggler. Dolph Ziggler defeated Angle with a zigzag. And this was the first match that you could really tell that something was up with the endings. Because Kurt Angle looked like he kind of just gave it to Ziggler at the end there. It looked like he could have kicked out, and his head was like, if you watched it, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't watch it, also good for you. To those who didn't watch it, good for you. To those who did watch it in support of the wrestlers and whatnot, you know what? Good for you. Who's to say who can and can't watch anything, okay? And guess what? The people that did watch it, guess what? You're getting to watch us rant about it. So that's a double thumbs up because we get to dissect, make fun, and rant the hell out of this living crap. What a world we live in, professional wrestling. Am I right, folks? You're damn right I'm right. I'm 5-star hard. I'm right at least maybe 80% of the time. Because I am the Omega Satan. I am the fire god. Oh, God. So, we get the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Bar retains, of course. Big E ate a KO punch from Big Show. Turned into a bro kick from Sheamus. One of the strongest matches on the card, but still somewhat quick. Good stuff. World Cup semis from SmackDown. Mysterio puts Miz over. He puts Miz over. He went for, hit the 619, went for the follow-up splash. Miz reverses that with a knee to the gut and beats Mysterio that way. Excuse me. Again, very quick, very sudden ending. Mysterio probably rushed back out of there afterwards. All right. Now, Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler. Of course, Drew McIntyre plays dividends for Ziggler in this match. Well, that happened. And by the way, folks, to all you folks coming into the stream, like the video up because I am not done picking this thing apart yet. So, Ziggler won this match with a super kick. Probably another strong match on the card. And when I say strong, folks, mind you, it's not saying much because the event was a 5 at best. And that may be me being nice. Then we get the WWE Championship with AJ Styles versus Samoa Joe. Now, what I find weird is how none of these matches were the main event. But both championship matches were right before that, the finals. And then, of course, DX and the Brothers of Destruction went on last, which I guess I should have kind of predicted that. I should have kind of predicted that DX and the Brothers of Destruction were going on last. I mean, come on, because Shawn Michaels, Heartballed Kid. Well, all right. WWE Championship match happened. Styles defeats Samoa Joe after escaping the Coquina Clutch and hitting a phenomenal forearm. Now, look at the ending of this match. As I look at the ending of this match, folks, I literally saw the suddenness. There was a thud from that phenomenal forearm. You can just hear it. After Styles hit it, you just heard like a little thump on the mat. Styles got the pin. Samoa Joe got the hell up out of there. And the camera, you could literally see Samoa Joe just kind of, walking off a bit. And I'm like, oh, yeah, if they're not trying to get out here now. If what happened before didn't lead you to believe, yeah, they're looking to get the hell up out of there, that ending right there definitely made you go, yeah, they want gone. And then we get all about maybe 5 or 6 minutes total, and then 2.5 minutes of that was a match. Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman for the Universal Championship. Baron Corbin screws Braun Strowman over. Why? Why? It's not like Brock Lesnar's going to be here every fucking week. So why are we going to go and put that title in the hostage zone once again? It doesn't make any fucking sense. But I guess there's a plus side. We get another encounter between Brock Lesnar and AJ Styles, right? That was a good encounter last year. Maybe it'll be good again this year. That's really the only silver lining I see in it. And the fact that Brock Lesnar's going to be at Raw tonight kind of sort of surprised me. So, Brock Lesnar, I'll make you a deal. I know you don't know me, and I know you're not going to pay attention to it. But if you could show up at least 2 weeks out of the month, I'll applaud this run. But if you can't, then for God's sakes, Braun Strowman, save the fucking day, get the title. Or somebody, get the damn title. To bring it back to TV full time. Because Brock, if you can't be there, then you don't need to be champion. End of fucking discussion. I don't care how much of a beast you are. But all hell Lesnar, right? The World Cup Finals. The World Cup Finals. If you thought this tournament was some serious shit, you're fucking out of your goddamn mind. You're out of your goddamn mind. YouTube, I know you don't like cussing, but guess what? I'm cussing. I'm sorry ahead of time. So, please, have mercy on my small channel that I need to get to 1,000 subscribers, so subscribe. I need to get paid. But you're best in the world. It's not Dolph Ziggler. It sure as hell ain't The Miz because he got a little worked, twisted ankle. No, your best in the world isn't even a returning CM Punk. Your best in the world is money, money, money. Shane McMahon. If that isn't the biggest fucking troll I've ever seen. If AJ Cornett was here right now, motherfucker, I'd be dissecting the shit out of that, goddamn it. You know what? I might do that voice better than him. I don't know. But yes, Firestar does voices too. Who'd have thought? I can do Johnny Gat. Hey, you know what? I'm not going to go into voice mode and talk to myself right now. And that's exactly what this pay-per-view made me want to do. Or house show or whatever. So, folks, let's hurry up and finish picking this crap apart because I want to go eat me some fried chicken. God damn it. Now, to say that DX versus the Brothers of Destruction was, in my opinion, the best match of the night, that's a bit of a stretch. You can't pick a best match of the night really on here because all it was a glorified house show in a country I would not want to talk about on a day-to-day basis. Because for one, I don't give a fuck about their government. I hardly give a fuck about the government here as it is. Because what the fuck have they ever done for me? And I don't think going over there is going to do any fucking better. So yeah, my stance on politics, fuck them. That's what I think about that. But outside from that frustration, Shawn Michaels still got it. Thumbs up, right? I was watching him bump like he was like in his 30s. I was watching him bump like he was maybe even in his 20s. He still hit a moonsault and the man's 53 and bald. I have hair. Look at this. I have freaking hair twice like Shawn Michaels did way back then, and it's colored up like Jeff Hardy. Shawn was still able to hike that leg up for Sweet Chin Music. Shawn Michaels, a man who was retired for 8 years. 8+ years. So yes, it was 8 and some change. That man was the MVP of the match. It was the best part. And Shawn Michaels said afterwards, yeah, I think I'm just going to go back to living normal life now. So whether or not he comes back for another almighty dollar cash, because why the fuck not? He's already done it once anyway. At least Shawn Michaels has enough decency to say, I want to go back, at least in front of the camera anyway. Who knows what's really going on in his bald head? Shawn Michaels and Triple H pick up the win, of course. Sweet Chin Music pedigree combo. On to Kane. Kane cannot get those arms up for some weird reason for Triple H to lock in that pedigree. Well, Kane, I love you, man. I actually love you for being the mayor of Knox County. I love you for being the mayor of Knoxville. I always loved you anyway. Say hi to Dark Angel. By the way, follow her on Twitch and YouTube. Her shit's in the description box as well.
No, it's... This is why it's not done.
Okay.
Sorry.
And guess what, folks? Her having that thing going on was better than fucking Crown Jewel.
Braun should have won that fucking match, y'all.
Country? Just a little. In a big country, dreams stay with you like a lover's will.
Hey, how about just always chicken fried chicken and potato salad?
Alright.
Please.
That sounds like a good deed.
I already picked up your...
Well, thank you. So before I get out of here, folks, did you learn the new dance yet? Did you learn it? I hope so, because that stemmed from a Triple H injury. So prayers to Triple H. Hope he recovers. But because of that, him and Undertaker got to perform a new dance stemmed off an Irish whip. What do we call it, folks? As Sean Ross Sapp posted up on Twitter. That, my friends, was called the Saudi Arabian whip. And if I wasn't sitting bringing this to you guys right now, I'd perform it for you. But just go back and catch it for yourself. Because that was funny.
It was kind of...
I hate to make light of an injury, but that part was funny. Okay. Maybe I could do it with my fingers. Okay. Alright, so here we go. We got Undertaker and Triple H right here. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Whoa! Into the barricade. And you see how they coincide, like they're just freaking dancing into the barricade. Well, that's funny. But when you look past the reason, you know why that ended up happening the way it did. Wait, Triple H was using his good arm to sling Undertaker off, and that was simply all it was. But in light of it, we got something new to make fun of for, gee, I don't know. About as funny as that Undertaker picture I saw of him with his laughing face frozen on top of a freaking Fraser pianist. That was funny as well. So yeah, the Undertaker laughed, the Saudi Arabian whip. What else has Undertaker done in his latter years that has been rather humorous? Maybe we should go out on that note, folks. Make light of some of the things that happened here. So yeah, Crown Jewel was definitely the bad of last week. Raw was the medium. SmackDown was up there. And then, of course, Wednesday night was the high almighty of the week. Whatever. Anyways, guess what happens tonight, folks? In just an hour, Raw. Guess what? I get to discuss myself for the rest of the week to bring another podcast to you guys later on this week. And no, I don't get disgusted with bringing this to you guys. I love it. But guess what? All of this has made me want to introduce a different topic for a future episode. And because wrestling never takes time off, they just seem to try and coincide with all the episodes. So, do you guys have any topics you want to see discussed in future Deadly Saints podcast episodes? Are you guys looking forward to the Rock Band one that I still have to figure out? Be sure to comment that below, because I'm getting the hell up out of here to eat. And be sure to follow all the links below, all that good stuff. Stab you in the face with a fork. I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. So don't go troll me on Twitter going, oh my god, he threatened to stab us with a pitchfork. I'm not New Jack. I'm not bad, alright? So, I love you all. Deadly Saints Nation. Subscribe and all that good stuff. I'm Firestar Heart. You just witnessed me semi-rant, and then comedically pick apart Crown Jewel and some of what happened last week. So, I'll see you guys for the next episode of the Deadly Saints podcast. And I might be able to see you guys on Twitch or on YouTube for a different live stream. It depends. Be on the lookout for other uploads that are incoming once I get the time to do them. Once I figure out the logo things, I will get some more stuff up on Teespring for you guys to buy for your enjoyment. So with that being said, I believe that's all the updates I got to fill you in on, and everything else is good. So enjoy the rest of your night, folks. Enjoy your week. Enjoy your shows. All that good stuff. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Good night.